Yo, 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 what's going on with everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Redeployment Podcast. How you doing? Got PG the Hustle here, Jax Wild here. We up in here.
What's going
I don't
on? What's going on?
a rough start. I don't know what was going on with that graphic.
Oh yeah, skip a
Yeah,
little
I'm
bit,
gonna,
a little bit. That's
yeah, I'm
all
gonna have to work on that.
right.
But man, what's going on? It's been 2 weeks.
Slow
I
motion.
I think that might be our new rhythm, man. To be honest, because that
What's
gives
that?
us time to
Every other.
every other
Listen,
every
man.
other week.
We are the gift. Whenever
Yeah,
we come on, people need to be happy when we come on, cause it's we giving good stories. You know what I'm saying? We giving good insight. We dropping jewels. We the gift, man. Whether it's a week, we might come on twice sometimes in a week if it's something urgent. We might have
hey,
to
that's
pop on
real.
with y'all. Hey, but every other is cool because it give everybody the time to catch up and check us out on all the platforms, man. Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. So
Yeah, and speaking of that, is I owe y'all that's watching, I owe y'all clips, and I've been slipping on that. But I was down. I had surgery. I didn't have my full setup. I got my full setup back. I'm back walking. I'm in the walking boot, but I am back walking. So now I can get up to my studio and get things kind of rolling for y'all. But before I go any further, man, how was your week or your last 2 weeks or the
it,
time we had apart? How was that?
it's cool, man. It's cool. Just anxious, because we running up on the time. And we running up on the time. I got a lot of things going on, so just anxious, man. To just be just patiently waiting, man, and just sitting back and like they say, what they say, let Jesus take the wheel. So I'm kicking back, man, and we're just waiting on everything to fall in place, man. So
Man, that's dope. That's dope. I'm excited. I put a couple clips out of me, getting my walking boot.
right, because I
So
was
that's
gonna ask.
that's super dope.
That's what I was gonna say. How you feeling? Because you are the one that
Man,
has went through the whole. You got cut on, man. You got put sleep cut on, man. Like, come on, man. You
yeah,
bounce back
man,
quick
yeah, man.
though.
It's cool. You know what? Like, I haven't had any pain, bro. And that's
That's good.
something that is like, I'm like, and wow. And
That's
even though I gotta be in this walking boot, I can feel my ankle, coming back. I could feel the strength kind of coming back.
okay. Okay.
Because sometimes even in the boot, sometimes you step wrong and you be like, ooh, I wasn't supposed to
Oh, I
put no
bet.
weight on it like that. And it still held it.
It
I ain't
supports you,
gonna,
right? You did.
yeah,
You
I ain't
ain't
about
give
to be
up.
doing a bunch of I ain't about to be doing a bunch of jump roping no time soon. But
Okay.
but
No,
yeah, I'm cooling, man.
no
I'm
40-yard
cooling.
dash.
I'm going through. It's downstairs in my room, in the bedroom. Don't worry about it, I'll get it later. Yeah, so the other thing though, couple of current events. We seen that UFC went to the White House, bro. Did you see that?
Nah, I refuse.
So this last weekend, Sunday even, UFC had a match at the White House. And I was like, there is probably a million, couple billion other reasons to spend some money
Yeah.
than to put the UFC on the line. And then, but so there's been some controversy about it, and I didn't even like I seen it. I kind of peeked on ESPN, get the little blurt, but I haven't dialed into it like for real. But
Mhm.
apparently, one of the dudes that won got up in there and was talking about Michelle Obama as a man. Now, what in the world does that have to do with UFC? He used his claim to fame to talk about something so I'm like, what are y'all on? But
Yeah.
that's what they have been allowing. And when I say they, you can enter whoever you want into that they. This is not a political show, but you can enter whomever you want into the they, because you just let that man get up there and just.
Run amok.
I remember a time. Where a UFC fighter, they win, they look out in the crowd, and on the front row is the next opponent. It's like, I want you. You the one I want next. You see what I did to him? I want to do that to you. But now these smugs on there talking about crazy stuff. Like, come on, man. There's no room for that.
It's all the rules. It's all the act. It's all put on. That's why I kind of refuse to indulge in it. You know what I mean? Because that's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Keep your mind off of what's really going on. So I just, it is what it is, man. It's a bunch of goofy stuff. And that's just like you said, this political show. I'm gonna just keep my views and my feelings and how I feel about that to myself. You know what I'm saying? We just do that.
Now, there is one other big thing that caught my eye that we can touch on a little bit. What was it? Friday? Your boy Elon Musk became the first trillionaire by trading SpaceX on the NASDAQ. He's now trading SpaceX, and he became the first trillionaire, man. Like, what in the world? Again, there's about 1 trillion other things we could do with some money, but to make somebody a trillionaire, they say.
Well, I mean,
he could take.
He did it himself. He made the moves, man. He just, you can't take certain things you can't take away from certain people, man. And Elon Musk, as weird as he is, okay, and awkward as he is, let's all just agree to this. He's a smart dude. Like, he is a smart dude, and there's certain things you just can't take away from certain people, man. He's smart. He did what he made the moves, man. And he was in a position to do it. He had to, it's always cliche, it takes money to make money, but you know what I'm saying? He had it. He had that, he made it work for him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do goofy stuff in school. He did he did a couple goofy things. Tesla truck.
Oh my gosh.
But still, but it is, but he's smart, man. He did so, like the solar technology. The technology is like it's beautiful. I like it. It has its faults, just like everything else.
Yeah,
but I believe that it is going to be necessary in the future. Like, seriously, like, because I mean, it's probably going to get to the point of what other resources of energy are we going to have left? You know what I mean? If we keep draining, you know what I'm saying, the earth, like we draining it, you know what I'm saying? So crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and he's his claim, one of his claims of fame is like he's been actually taking stuff to space. So me and a friend of mine kind of looked it up, just talking, because I got all the time in the world now since I can't drive and go to work and stuff. Anyway, so let's just say, for sake of argument, a can of nails costs, let's say, $100 to ship from the US to the space station. This man has become the middleman, and he's actually charging less, like $60 to take it to space. So government and everybody else like, oh, that's a deal. So he's getting all the traffic going to space. Nobody's is him and NASA. They're the only two going to space like that. I don't know what the maybe Chinese and some of the other countries is doing. But if
Russia.
they doing it, it's not doing it, or they're not doing it in the public eye like he's doing it. But
No.
he just running missions to space, bro. Like what?
I mean, so they say, man. So they say. so.
And then the last thing, the New York Knickerbockers has won the Larry O'Brien Trophy, bro.
Oh yeah,
52 years, something like that.
Yep. What's going on, David? We doing
What's
good.
up, David?
How you doing, man? And Tanya, we see you. We love y'all too, man. 52 years, man. 52 years. 52 years.
Bro, I'm out in I'm out in Food Line the other day. See this white gentleman walk in, crispy new. I looked at him, I said, boy, you've been waiting. He was an older gentleman too. I said, you've been waiting a long time to put that on. He was like, yes. Man, they popping out their starter jackets. Man, they got their
it's funny. All these people, man, have not been Knick fans, man. Let me tell you that. I've never seen so many Knick fans in my life, man. This is the ridiculous.
But see, here's the deal. Even if your Knicks is bad, be a Knick fan. I'm a Pistons fan. Right. I'm a Michigan fan.
And
I'm a Lions fan.
Yes.
Off the strength.
Through and through.
When we win, you gonna get sick of me.
Right.
But when we lose, I'm still here. I'm gonna take
right. You standing 10 toes. One thing I can say, bro, you stand 10 toes. You stand 10 toes, definitely. And you forgot about your cats too. You forgot about the Wolverines, man.
Yeah, Wolverines. Yeah. We rebuilding. We gonna be out. We gonna be out soon enough.
But man, it's just funny, man. It's just that situation. That whole Knicks thing is funny, man. Like nobody talked about the Knicks until like the third game of the finals. Until like game 3. That's when all the Knicks stuff came out. That's when all the Knicks appreciation and all the Knicks fans kind of came out the woodwork. To me, that's what I seen. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. All right, so we got our sponsors.
Hey, W Energy Drink. We can look. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do some other stuff. I'm gonna get some other things together for y'all because we're gonna have to beef this up, man. W got a whole new line. They got a whole new agenda right now. Like they got a subscription. They got a subscription. They got a subscription you can get.
Yes, sir.
It's like $40, man. I'm telling you, it's way less than the cost of going to Starbucks every day or even Dunkin' Donuts, man. But everything W is definitely built and science and centered on focus and energy. And it's all natural. Use the natural coffee bean extract, coffee bean for the energy that you get in it. None of that taurine, no crazy stuff. And they got stuff centered on different things like hydration, focus, energy, things like that. Go check them out, man. W.gg.
And if you go to W and you put PG the Hustler in the code in the end, your total cart will get 10% off. So please shop with them. They rocking with us. We want y'all to rock with them. And yeah.
That's what it is. And after that.
And then when you
BlackMoneyMediaLive.com. My bad. Go ahead, man. Tell them.
Hit that. My boy said hit that hamburger stack. Go down to collections and hit the Redeployment Podcast. Get you a t-shirt, get you a hoodie, get you a hat. It's summertime. We about to drop some summer wear. It is hot outside. You hear me?
Yeah, I promise you, we will not bring y'all no hoochie daddy shorts.
Bro,
that's not in the forte. That's not in the spring lineup, in the summer lineup. So no hoochie daddy shorts. But we are gonna have some. I don't know what you think, man. You want to start doing like some kind of sets, man, like a full set, like a short.
Oh,
it's some nice stuff that we got that we can offer, man. Some nice things that's pretty cool. We could just put a nice little logo on there. Just make a nice little, you know what I'm saying, where they could just represent and have some cool clothes, man.
Yeah, I like that. We
Let's do
gonna do
that.
that.
All right, let's get
We gonna
together,
get in the
man. We
lab.
coming
We
back
gonna
at
get
y'all.
that going.
We're in the lab.
Yeah. So today, we have another great guest. This guest, I found him on Instagram, just telling his truth about the military. Um, and you know, it was a good time. It was a good time. I end up binge watching like 4 of the videos that he had out at the time, and I was intrigued. So I'm on a mission to start talking to folks that I don't personally know. So this is part of the mission. I hit him up. He said yes. So I would like to welcome everybody. Welcome Deon. What's up, man? How you doing today?
Man, I'm good. What's going on, y'all?
Man, we're doing good, man. So just introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, and then we're gonna jump into it.
Absolutely. I'm Deon Dodd, born in Atlanta, raised just outside. I'm up in Cobb County. Um, Served total of just under 9 years, or I think it would be 10.
Mhm.
4 years at the Air Force Academy. I commissioned as a second lieutenant, and I separated as a second lieutenant.
Okay. So
Yeah.
before we go further, let's throw you out.
Whoa,
This is the first drop, right? So we know you came in, you went to the Air Force to the Air Force Academy. So please tell us the days, the weeks, the minutes prior to you joining. Why did you join? Why did you choose to join? Why did you choose to go where you went? And all that good jazz. The floor is yours.
Yeah. So for starters, I'm the oldest of 4 boys. I'm the son of a Division I football player. He played at NC State, and later coached me throughout my high school career. Um, I was recruited to the academy to play football. Um, pretty early on in my senior year of high school. It was I think it was the first game of that season. I caught my first pass, came down on my right shoulder, separated it.
Whoa, wait, the first game of your senior season?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
And prior to that, I'd finally started, building some momentum with, camps and being scouted. And I wasn't nothing big, but I had some potential.
Okay.
I was getting looked at by Duke for a quick second. I had a offer on the table from Cornell, but Ivy League schools don't give scholarships; they only give grants. And then I had some smaller schools giving me some attention. But yeah, after coming down on that shoulder, that season was it was different for me. And my sub came in, showed out for those 2 games where I wasn't in, and I had to share time. And I wouldn't take anything back in regards to that, but the academy ended up being the only Division I offer outside of Cornell that I had. And being the oldest of 4, I watched my parents from a young age, like watched us struggle, and felt that it was on me to take that step, so that my brothers would, have an example, but also be able to go and do what they wanted to do. Now, I realize now that maybe that wasn't the best decision, like, while I don't regret anything that happens, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I learned a lot about, personal choices in that moment, looking back.
Yeah. We're gonna jump into some of those. Before you get off of that though, so I just got a quick kind of off the cuff question about being recruited to the Air Force, the Army, the Navy. What does that look like as
Mhm.
far as, and I don't know how long ago this was, but maybe you still have some understanding about, since the world has switched to this NIL situation, what
Mhm.
does that kind of look like? And then maybe what does it look like if you did get picked up by the NFL or the NBA, but you play for the Navy? Like
Yeah.
how did that work?
So policy changes year to year,
Okay.
and I don't believe I wasn't NIL stuff happened after I left college, I believe.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so we like, for example, we had a receiver. I think when I was a freshman, his name was Jalen Robinette.
Mm.
Um, Unbelievable talent. Um, was drafted the day of the draft. The Air Force calls him and says, "You got to serve out 2 years of commitment um, before you can go into the NFL." Like,
Wow.
whereas prior to that, like weeks prior, he was cleared. They had given him the golden ticket per se,
Wow.
and they took it away from him draft night. Um, and he doesn't play in the NFL as far as I know, right? So I didn't go there expecting to play in the NFL. Uh,
Right.
I knew that it was more of an opportunity to really make something of myself and take off from there. And I like a good challenge. I do. So that's what I took it as.
Okay, cool. Cool. So you came in uh through your injuries, through everything that went through your senior year,
Hmm.
the Air Force still brought you on.
Hmm.
You did you have to do like the pre, what did we call that?
The prep school.
The prep
So,
school.
firstly, I'll say Atlanta, Texas, California. The Air Force, the academies, they recruit from those states heavily, right? So a couple of my teammates had been recruited by the academy before me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to school with guys, that I graduated high school with, or that were in high school with me. So I was definitely on the radar because of them, because of my grades, um, and I'm the Air Force Academy, all the service academies actually, their football teams, because of the height and weight requirements of the Air Force,
Mm.
they love blocking receivers because we run that triple option. Uh,
Ah,
hey man, I'll catch a ball when it's thrown to me, but I had minimal touchdowns, minimal catches.
okay.
My varsity experience, and it was frustrating, but one thing I was proud of, you needed somebody put on their ass, you called me.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So aside from that, now when you're going through the academy, are you guys in like a pipeline to be a certain type of officer, or is it like all, like everybody gets the same until like maybe the end?
Yeah, so when you graduate, you commission as a second lieutenant and you owe 5 years of service because your tuition is free. So that's how they get that, that I don't know, I'm losing my train of thought here. But
Recoup. That's how they recoup.
exactly.
Yeah, recoup.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you choose as far as your job?
I didn't really.
Okay.
I put in my preferences.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll be real with y'all. My class ranking was not the highest. I struggled quite a bit.
Got it.
I am not. I'm not a fan of the STEM world, and the academies are all about their engineering, their science, their math. Like that, it was a struggle for me. I'm an English major, and
Okay.
thankfully I had a really good, like a great English program. And I
Nice.
met some amazing people through there, but I still had to take all the same core classes as like your astronautical engineers, your
Oh,
engineers. Like
Wow.
it was a struggle,
yeah.
and so they rank you according. You have three 3 GPAs at the academies. You
Okay.
got your GPA, your grade point average. You have your athletic point average because you have to take athletic classes. Like I took
Oh wow.
tennis, I took softball. You have to take boxing. You have to take water survival. You got to
Okay.
do whole plethora of things. And then they throw in your military point average, which is are you being a leader? Are you staying out of trouble? And then they put it all into an OPA, overall point average. They rank you. Half of the graduating class, they're going to go and become pilots. So it's very cutthroat. And that honor code, people take it seriously because it uh, it says like we will. Oh Lord, I will not lie, steal, or cheat, nor tolerate anyone among us who does. So people snitch, and it
Oh.
get out.
Okay.
It is high pressure environment. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, I feel like I may have lost where I'm going with that, but
Oh no, I was just talking about
No,
what you picked as far
mm,
as
but yeah. So my preferences I put in for public affairs, a couple other things that you know really allowed me to be me. Didn't get them. My class ranking was kind of low.
okay.
Um, I was given maintenance, 21A,
Oh,
and
aircraft maintenance?
aircraft maintenance. Yes, sir. Yup.
Woo!
Already know. Yup. Work hard, play hard.
Man.
Oh. Um, and honestly, I thought they were going to give me missiles at first,
Oh,
which is like it's a death sentence for
yeah.
cadets. But really, that's the place to be. So if a cadet sees this, go do that missiles journey. It's cool. I had some
Yeah.
friends that did really really well up in Minot, North Dakota.
Because what I would say about the maintenance career field, having been a supply guy, and I did
Mhm.
COSO pretty much my whole career, man, they did not treat their officers well
They don't treat
until
anybody
they
well.
made at least captain,
Mm,
and then at that point you got your own footing, you kind of control the
yeah.
feet. Man, I was in several meetings where
Hmm.
they'll just throw an LT in there. We got a full bird sitting at the table,
Hmm.
and it's me and the LT as the supplier. I'm telling her, I said, hey, this is where these parts are.
Yep.
Say this, say that,
Hmm.
don't say that.
Yep.
And that man got up there so nervous for that full bird and
Yep.
starts yelling at him. And then I'm like, oh, this dude's getting cooked.
Yep.
And I can't help you. I'm A1C, Senior Airman. There's nothing I could do.
Yep.
But yeah, but they develop those who can actually do it. They develop that hard shell.
Absolutely.
And yeah, man. So, whew.
Absolutely. I'll tell you a quick story.
Yeah, please.
My first day as a maintenance officer, and the reason I bring up that work hard, play hard environment, um, I get to McConnell and I had to attend a funeral for a young airman burning his car.
damn.
I believe it was alcohol related,
Wow.
and that was my shop that it happened to. And that same weekend, another young airman, shot and killed. So it was two funerals like that,
Wow, like that.
and
Straight out of the academy too.
straight out. I'm 22 years old, and
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
put in charge of about 90 to 100 personnel, and I barely know who I am, and I can only speak for me. I've seen, my peers do maintenance very well. I've seen some not like it, but it wasn't for me. Um, and that to me it seemed like the young airmen as well as the senior NCOs overworked, um, not really valued, There's a real political hierarchy, and then you're expected to just drink it off. That's what they do. I'm not a drinker, not a big drinker. Like I'll have one every now and then. I don't get drunk. It's not good for me. I'm not a fun person when I'm in that state.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was different. And I saw quite a bit of people just going through it, and a lot of the time felt powerless to actually be of any service besides just being compassionate as much as I could be.
Yeah.
So it's a tough spot.
Yeah, that maintenance world is man. Like I said, like as I was coming up through the ranks, if I was able to get an actual diamond, like because I ran out my in my career, I ran out of time. They wanted me to have 4 years of retainability. At the time I made master, I made it right when I was 20 years in the military. So I didn't have the 4 years because I sold on. And then they wanted you to do a year in master. So I only had 3 years left. I tried the waivers and all that. But I said all that to say it was like I wanted, since I spent so much time in the maintenance field, I wanted to go back there because they needed somebody that was not in the fire with them to fight for them. And that was, I found a lot of the first sergeants and a lot of the commanders become like henchmen for when they make mistakes instead of being compassionate about when they make mistakes. It's like, yeah, they got out and went drunk, but you worked them. They called it I don't know if they did it for y'all, but they called them 8+4s. They give them 8+4s. What that means is we're gonna work 8 hours. Depending on how things are shaking out, it might be another +4. So how can you conceptualize how to spend the rest of your day if you don't know if you're going to work a 12-hour shift or an 8-hour shift or somewhere in between?
Yeah.
And then they got to blow off that steam. They've just been yelled at. They had to push aircraft out. Don't let it be an exercise, or don't let them be spinning up for deployment. It was crazy. So like I wanted to go back there to help those guys out, man.
Yeah.
So listening to your story, listening to your story on IG, you spoke about a plethora of things that I guess you said you will say you would have did differently, or you would have maybe went a different path. Can you tell us kind of how your story kind of declined and went a different way that you expected to?
Yeah. So I'll start with I got discharged under other than honorable conditions.
Okay.
Thankfully, I still maintained a bunch of my benefits, but that offense was a marijuana charge.
Okay.
My shit is out there now. My journey with marijuana really began junior year at the academy.
Really?
Yep, it was nuts. It was, yeah, that was crazy to do.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, the academy, they can just knock on your door at 5 a.m, piss test. So
did they have to have probable cause, or it was just like, because at least with us in the traditional, we had this imaginary, I would say imaginary, but it was a real computer with everybody's numbers in there, and they do a randomizer.
Fake random.
Random.
Fake random.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's random to soon as you come back off and leave.
I was just about to say that. Come back off leave and see if in the next couple days you don't get your name called.
Dog.
Trust and believe.
Senior year, come back from Christmas break. They split the academy into 4 groups. It's 4,000 cadets, about 1,000 per group, right? 40 squadrons. They called all of Group 1 for a piss test right when we got off the plane. I was chugging just gallons of water. And as I was doing it, I was like, you put yourself in this situation, you know? But grace of God, passed it, ended up graduating. But, you know, I developed a habit through junior year through senior year. And what's funny is my grades started going up.
Imagine that.
Yeah, it was strange.
The focus.
Yeah.
Now, when I ended up commissioning, I had that habit, and shit, I've passed a test now a couple times. So you know, you buy into that hubris, and there are multiple factors to it. You know, there's, you know, I'm an athlete. I was recruited for football. I left as a boxer. So yes, I've had my bell rung many a time.
Okay.
Got tinnitus, you know, pains, all sorts of stuff. And for me, like, it's tough for me to be in a routine where I'm getting consistent sleep.
Okay.
Especially when I'm not using. And so, yeah, I just developed that habit. There was also, admittedly, a thrill side to it, knowing that I was getting away with something.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I knew that wasn't the environment I wanted to be in. So on some level, it was intentional. It was, whether you want to call it self-sabotage, self-medicate, whatever. When I popped hot, they notified me April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2021. And as soon as they called me, I was like, here you go. I remember I texted a friend and I said the inevitable happened. And so essentially they fired me from my job, and they moved me into a whole different area. Still had to continue coming in, dressing out, got an Article 15, received half pay for 2 months. When you just disappear as a lieutenant, everybody knows something's going on. So it's like wearing a scarlet letter on your chest.
Yeah.
And so,
just a quick question: did they send you the CTK?
CTK.
The tool room.
Oh, no, they did not send me the CTK.
Because that is, I mean, it's not a good omen.
Yeah.
But that's really where the people who are waiting for something, they can't be on the flight line, they gotta go to, and so that's, I was just wondering if CTK was that place, they either there or like training or something.
Initially they sent me, I can't remember what it's called, but it was like we were using 3D printers and laser jets. So they kind of like tucked me away there for a while, but there wasn't a whole lot like I could do.
Right.
And I remember I helped, you know, do some inventory and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was so stagnant, just sitting around all day with people who don't really want to talk to me. I don't really want to talk to them.
Yeah.
And it was strange. So I just asked them to move me into the support squadron, which they did later. But mind you, this is over the course of 3 years because I was a repeat offender. And another thing to keep in mind is, you know, if you're an enlisted member, generally when you get hit with a drug charge like that, they're going to get you in and out 6 months, usually 6 months, maybe a year at the most. I haven't heard of anything like that. But for an officer, especially an academy officer, like, they wanted that money out of me. They essentially invest $500,000 in each debt.
Oh,
So, you know, rightfully so, or like, you know, they want to keep you around, they want to punish you a little bit more.
okay.
And I tend to buck the system. Like my daddy tells me, if the stove was hot, I wouldn't believe it until I touched it for myself. That's always
Wow. Okay.
and so, you know, I continued doing what I was doing. I certainly I took several months where, you know, I tried the sober road and everything, but it's taking forever.
Yeah.
And at some point, I just didn't care anymore.
So how many after the first initial test, how many times do you have to test after that?
Jax, I probably set records.
Really?
I failed 10 to 12
In a row?
over the course of that time.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It got to a point where, like, they would call me and I'd just be like, all right, you know, okay.
Wow.
Which I look back on that now and I'm just like, why do that to yourself?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I was gonna say you really wanted to just let it go.
Yeah.
But
Now during
subconsciously,
Yeah, but the way I chose to do that was just, it wasn't helpful to the situation at all.
Right.
But it was just rocking a hard place, man. Like, I can't.
Now, did they throw counseling or anything like that at you, or like?
You know, I'd been seeing a therapist even before I got caught.
Okay.
And it's tough because I couldn't even tell her what was really going on.
Ah. Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was a lot. Just a lot of contradictions. And I found out. So after I finally I got court-martialed.
Okay.
I pled guilty like I was supposed to.
Okay.
Before this, they had restricted me to base for 60 days after however many times I got hit. I'd been restricted to base. I'd been sent to Laurel Ridge in San Antonio, a rehab for.
Oh yeah, we send a guy there. Yep.
Yeah, and like while I'm in Laurel Ridge, I'm expecting to hear a call like, "Hey, your discharge is ready to go." Never came. So by the time I get to this court martial, it is what it is, you know. I pled guilty, and I still ended up having to serve jail time.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't nothing but like 2.5 weeks, but it was me and one other dude, and this dude. That's what's up.
I know it was a CC or something. It was a different. It
was on base.
Oh, on base.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep. And that kind of jail is different.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's wild. That's wild. No, when I first went in, that was SP. So I know what you're talking about. I know the jail you're talking about.
Man.
Straight monkey cage. That's it.
But I thought I get in there and they were holding a kid, white kid from lower demographic.
Mm-hmm.
He had been in there alone for 3 months.
Oh my gosh!
They were trying to wring information out of him, as his friends were all turning on him. Wouldn't rat anybody.
Oh wow!
But by the time I get there, he's damn near nuts. You know, like it was, and I can't even blame him for it, right? So like,
yeah,
that's how they treat you, right? And so yeah, like served that jail time, then still had to be in for a couple more months. Thankfully, they let me take what's it called, the leave?
terminal leave.
Terminal leave.
Yeah.
was able to go out to Colorado and kind of get started with job searching. I'm a snowboarder. The academy allowed me to do that because we're out there in the mountains.
Yeah.
Really close to them. That's something I hold near and dear to my heart. Like I do not regret going to the academy because it gave me that avenue. It gave me boxing. It gave me the friends that I have. It gave me my teammates. So I don't regret the academy at all, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot. Like
yeah.
So that's a compelling story, man. That's crazy.
Thank you.
So I know you were suffering, kind of going through this ordeal. At what point, what did you do to kind of keep yourself kind of together while you waited?
I leaned into my creative side.
Okay.
I remembered I love music. I remember I'm a musician. I picked up a guitar. I actually did that through a bar back job that I picked up because I needed the money.
Right.
And I picked a cocktail lounge that I would be at pretty often. Had amazing live music. And there was this old one-legged guitarist who I would just pester, just like, what are you playing? How are you doing that? Teach me. And finally he was just like, fine, motherfucker. Like, and he and I would go Saturday mornings, and I would sit in a coffee house with him, and we would just sit there, and I would have to practice in front of strangers, and he's just hounding me, and he wouldn't say that he was, but man, that was an experience. So I picked up that, and I've been playing for several years. I started reading again. I got back into my faith.
Okay.
I leaned into my family, though it was very stressful for them as well.
Yeah.
I began to network with creatives in the Wichita area. And thankfully, Wichita is within driving distance to those mountains out in Colorado. So I was able to continue taking trips every now and then and continue my growth as a rider. And that's something, man, I'll be doing that for as long as I can. Did that, continued boxing, continued sharpening myself in terms of warrior ethos. That's something I hold near and dear to my heart. And so those are those avenues I chose. By the time I got out, I knew that I was going to go and work at Keystone Mountain. And I was shooting for a snowboard instructor slot. I had to take I worked as an assistant manager at the Keystone Resort, like hotel or condo system, which was very stressful because that demographic of people are very demanding, and it's strange out there. But I absolutely loved my time as a snowboard instructor, and thankfully I was able to invest into that, and I came away with a bronze level PSIA AASI certification. So I am at this point able to go and travel abroad and go and teach snowboarding. I haven't done it quite yet.
Okay.
It's on the list. So, I made it a point to invest in the things I enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Man, what a powerful story. So if we was what's going on with you like right now in this moment? What you're working on? I seen you were substitute teaching.
Yes.
How is that?
Man, that's been one of the most meaningful things I've been able to do in my life.
Nice.
And really substituting I really only substituted once or twice a month, but I worked just about every day as an ASP instructor, the after school program.
Oh, okay.
For an elementary school in the area. And working with children it's it's very meaningful, and they'll tell it like it is.
Yeah.
So just as I had an opportunity to impart some knowledge to them, I'm also being a sponge with how children view the world.
Mhm.
And man, there were days when like I would bring my guitar and just sit and play for them, or teach a child how to get through his first scale.
Nice.
And one time a little girl was just like, "You should be on TV," and I was just like, "Oh," I had to kind of like walk away because I was just like, I felt so seen.
Yeah, yeah. Cause they see the world while we see it like this. They
Yeah,
see the world like this. It's kind of
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
yeah, just go get on TV and I've
absolutely.
subbed a couple times myself, and they say that stuff. I'd say I was in the military. They're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
like you were
absolutely,
in the military. So
absolutely.
one talking about connections, man.
Mhm.
One of my last times I subbed in this play in this class period where all these foreign students came in. It's like English is the second language, and I'm
Mhm.
subbing for it, like right. So I
Yeah.
just got
Mm.
worksheets I pass out. So I asked where everybody's from. Some is from like Spain and all these other places, but these four kids were from Afghanistan. And I was
Mm.
like, I've been to Afghanistan. And they're
Mhm.
like, no way. And I showed
Mhm.
them like where I was on the map. And some of them was like, ugh. But then somebody was like, oh, that's my village. And I was like,
So,
ooh, you're from Rocket.
Mm.
We call it Rocket City. And that's where you're from. Like, ay, ay, ay. But after I made that connection, like you did, they were stuck to me like glue. Like
yeah,
anytime I'm in the hallway, they all, hey, and
yeah.
they're telling all their other
Mhm.
students that were from Afghanistan, like he's from
Yeah,
Afghan, he went to Afghanistan. So it is cool to really connect with them like that.
absolutely. The problem children are my favorites because I
Oh,
identify with them. Like I'll never forget. I
Say,
won't I
I
won't
got
say his
your number,
name.
kid.
Somebody's child, but I remember talking to this little boy. I'm like, why do you think I'm so hard on you? And he's just like, I don't know, because you're mean. I'm like, because we're the same person, dude. Like, I'm like, I'm trying to keep you from doing the same stuff that I did,
for real.
Um, and so I take that upon myself to, be very serious about these moments because
Nice.
um, this new generation is very different,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and they definitely need some male guidance, absolutely,
Mhm.
Oh
just in
yeah,
school systems in
plenty
general.
of it. Plenty of it.
But just they need people who are willing to meet them where they are, um, and grow with them instead of trying to just force them into what's the word I'm looking for, being agreeable all the
Oh,
time.
right,
You
right, right.
um, children are different and they've got all sorts of different personalities and issues and whatever. And you have to lead with compassion, um, and that's something I enjoy doing.
Yes, sir. Have you thought about teaching full time?
I have.
Going getting your certifications to do that?
I've definitely thought about English as a second language because it would allow
Okay.
me to travel.
Okay.
I like my language. I love being able to express myself and love it when other people can do so adequately.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I've definitely thought about it. Um, but yeah, I've got some stuff in the works over here
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Nice,
Well,
nice.
shoot, we gonna be plugged in, following your story, man. But before we end up going, we're gonna play a little game. It's called 3,000 Questions with your boy Jax. I'm pulling it up.
It's fun time.
Here's the book. So this is 3,000 questions. In this book is 1 through 3,000. And it's just random questions from do you like popcorn to your philosophical way of thinking about life. So we're gonna spin it. We're all gonna answer. Here we go.
All right.
Bam. Let's see what we
Let's
got
get it.
here. Oh, that's a good one.
16.
1600. 1600 says
16 handed.
name someone who you would walk a mile. Wait, name someone you would like to walk a mile in your shoes. Just
Like
name.
walk
I
a mile
mean,
in-
you can name
pull
a
up. I can pull
position.
up. Sorry, go ahead.
You can name a position. You don't have to dime anybody naturally, but just somebody in your life that you would want them to walk a mile in your shoes.
I would say the people responding with a lot of fire and negativity to my story, telling
Yeah.
me that I shouldn't have picked the English major. I'm an idiot for that. I threw
Uh,
away my life. I wasted my time. I didn't grow. I'm an awful person. Walk in my shoes. That's what
Yeah.
I say. And to
Yeah.
any of them, really. It doesn't have to be a specific person. Just it's the golden rule, you know?
Yeah. Treat people like you want to be
Yes, sir.
treated. Yep.
That's it.
Hustle. What about you?
Man, I don't know, man. I hate to piggyback, but I would say the same kind of thing, man. Anybody that hate on me, man. You know what I'm saying? That be hating on me, hating on the kid, man.
Yeah.
No, anybody with that's got anything negative to say about anything that we have ever done with our life, my choices, like the choices I've made, the things I do to feed my family, and to take care of mine. I just, it's walk a mile in my shoes. You don't know where I've been. You don't know where I'm from. You don't know what I had to endure. You don't know how people treat me to understand how the way I am. Like, and if you did, you would understand that. Damn, all right,
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think people would be like, I get it now. And I think that's what I'm gonna say with anybody.
And I'm gonna pick basically in the middle of what y'all both were saying. Yes, the haters for sure, but the students, the youth that think they know everything and they don't have a clue.
Yeah.
Just 1 mile, just walking in my shoes. And I grew up in Detroit. So we all grew up in metropolitan areas. He grew up in Ohio. I'm from Detroit. You're from the Atlanta area. Like, if you walked a mile in the shoes and knowing what we had to do to get to the point we are now, as a student or as a young man or woman, you got to move differently.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to fall in these traps that we fall. We have paved the way for you. Why are you walking on the gravel? We have paved the way. Now, again, to your point, we don't want to stuff you in this box and you have to do it this way.
Right.
We just say, just stay, just don't go on the grass.
Mm.
You don't have to go exactly this way, but you don't have to make these mistakes we made. So, Deon, this part of the show, we're gonna give you the floor. You can plug anything you got going on. Please plug your Instagram. You got to get this story out. Very, very, very powerful story.
Yeah.
I am definitely proud that you took the time to be vulnerable in this situation. So I applaud you on that, especially as a minority, a black man. We don't want people to know that we slip.
Yep.
But the fact that you jumped on Instagram of all places and said, I slipped, so don't you slip.
Yeah.
And here's how not to slip. So the floor is yours. You can plug anything you want, and then we'll wrap up after that.
Thank you. Yeah, my Instagram is I know Deon. That is I know with a K, because a lot of people will misspell that. And Deon doesn't have an I in it. It's a space for me to document my story and also, impart a little bit of wisdom that I've gained in these 29 years to both my fellow service members and to just people who are, finding their place in life. I'm a proponent of making a career out of what you love, and if you don't do that, you ain't living. So yeah, go give me a follow there. I'm headed back to school, music production. I won't be telling IG that quite yet until
Yeah.
my package. But it's paid for through the VRE. And so yeah, it's an exciting time. Um, if you need any book recommendations, hit me up. I really, as far as plugging myself, this is, I made this account where I made this post, what, 3 days ago. So I'm still wrapping my mind around what I'm going to do with it. I do actually. I am working on a new page for a literary project that I have.
Okay.
It's called D's Odyssey, and that's
Okay.
DEEZ Odyssey ODYSSEY. Um, reason being, right? I came across a page on Instagram um, where young black men will go into low income neighborhoods and ask people to read a paragraph, and they butcher it, and it
Mm,
becomes a bullying session online.
mm,
And literacy is very important to me, especially in the black community. Um, so I don't think that's the right way to encourage people to do better. Um, and even being an English major myself, I trip over words. I trip over my words in everyday speech,
mm-hmm.
and we'll do that with reading out loud too. I get nervous, just like anybody else. So this is a page where I will be reading the Odyssey for my first time um, out loud, just for people to see and experience themselves, and also to watch me experience it, because I'm in a chapter in life where I've returned home, like Odysseus. I haven't even read the Iliad, which comes before the Odyssey, and so I kind of take it as like I'm jumping straight into the middle of the story, and so is my audience with me. So please join me on that. I'll be
Right.
very very honored to be able to tell that story and tell mine at the same time. So thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you coming out, man.
Most definitely.
We definitely will be following you, and if ever the Redeployment Podcast can do anything to help to push something, once you get those things rolling, send them our way. We'll plug it in to our announcements or sponsored kind of section for people to go out and see. And then if you know anyone else who you think will be love to come on the show, man, just throw them my way, plug them my way, and we'll get them on here. We're just trying to collect stories. We're just trying to encapsulate what it means to be a military member. This podcast is for you if you are in the military and you wanted to stay and to retire like I did. This podcast is also for the person who did a term or 10 years, 9 years like Deon did. This podcast is for you if you're thinking about joining the military, because now you can hear some real life stories of people who went through it. And then this podcast is for you if you have been living under a rock and you have never spoken to a military member. We're just like you. We just can't get fired. Well, we can get fired, but it takes a long time. And we can't quit because we can try to quit. They're going to find you and then you do the rest of your time in jail. So, uh,
It's funny every
so
time you say that because it's real.
it's real.
I know somebody that it happened to, and that's just every time I chuckle because it happens, and it's real.
So if you're listening to this podcast and that is one of you, please like, comment, share, hit us up in the DMs if you want to be on the show. We'd love to have you. I just feel like this is my personal uh mental health journey because I don't get to talk about military life very often anymore
Mm,
because I'm not next to a base.
yeah.
And you know, I am thinking about, and this might be redeployment podcast like little segment where I'm thinking about going to assisted living home and trying to find veterans and just letting them just talk, man. Just let them get it out.
Yeah.
Because
Nice.
and then I also want to do bingo. Bro. Like I want to host bingo for the veterans or for the assisted living. I think that'd be a
for
good
the
time.
elderly.
Man, I think that'd be a good time.
It's
But Hustle, do you got anything to close us out?
No, sir, man. Listen, I heard something today, and it stuck with me, and I'm glad we got you two gentlemen on here because it's dealing with the youth. And I got this from Slink Johnson. He told a kid today, he said, never stop being you. Don't let your environment dictate your outcome. You know what I'm saying? Dictate, what you like, what you love, what you want to do, who you want to be, where you want to go. Don't let your environment dictate that. I thought that was real, needed, especially with the youth, because you two know dealing with youth, they can be real impressionable. And the impressions and the people that they have around them can discourage them from being them, liking the things that they like and doing the things that they do. And I think if we get back to that, I think we kind of think for it to be a better place, man. Honestly, because I feel like it didn't used to be like this back in the day. It wasn't so bad. We had bullies, but the bully it was a place for bullies. Like it was a different type of bullying. It was a bully that was like it's almost like they was there for a reason back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You had to be bold enough to say something to your face back
then. It was like they toughened you up, and then once they dealt with it, was done. Like now, it's like the whole system is like bullying is the thing now. Like it's weak. Like it's so weak. It's so weak. Yeah. So that's all, man. That's all, man. That's all, man. Just y'all be y'all, man. Be you for all the kids coming up, man. Whether you want to join the military or not, just be you. But always realize, like we had a couple guests on here before. It's a stepping stone for anything that you may want to do. You know what I mean? Yep. It's a user stepping stone. It can get you out of a lot of situations that you would have otherwise hard time getting out of.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that is it for tonight, guys. I really appreciate y'all. And we will be in touch. Thank you again, Deon, for coming on. Thank you, Black Money Media, for presenting this show. Thanks to W Energy for sponsoring the show. We love you.
And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace.
Amen. PG, Jax, thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir. You have a good night, man.
You, man.
We'll be in touch.
You never heard of my brother, right?